familiar sounds of the motherfucking geniuses of the motherfucking pro wrestling industry. I am here to fucking tell you unequivocally that I, myself, Tatum, and my counterpart, Knowledge, can write wrestling better than what you're currently seeing on AEW programming. Thank you.
You're welcome. No Usher entrance today, unfortunately.
No, that was, that was a lot of fun, though. That was fucking pretty good, man. Knowledge, what is up, my brother?
Oh, just living the dream here and dreaming for a better wrestling future.
Fucking A right, dude. Well, I mean, we got so much to fucking cover. We could have done more of the shit and go through the fucking, go through storylines for the WWE roster. But you know what? With it being the holiday week and shit, like, there's so much other wrestling shit going on that we're just going to postpone that. We're not taking it away from you. So do not fret, my young pets. We will fucking have you all squared away sooner rather than later. Do not sweat it. I promise you. But I mean, Survivor Series, AEW shit, William Regal, MJF, Bray Wyatt. Like, there's all sorts of shit going on.
Can't just ignore all of it anymore.
Nah, we just can't. We can't. So we gotta fucking talk about it. I mean, let's start with the fucking most interesting and most pressing thing as far as I'm concerned. Now, again, let us preface this by saying that we record this just prior to SmackDown being recorded on Friday night. So when you listen to this on Saturday, we don't know what happened on SmackDown. We want to be marks and enjoy the show like marks. So let us fucking do that, and you get your information a week later, but it gives it a week to saturate. We get to hear all the news stories that come out throughout the course of the week. That's why we give you the updates fucking later on the week. So here's what it is. MJF fucking turns on fucking William Regal.
After William Regal turned on Mox. I mean, apparently...
There's a swerve in this house. There's a swerve in this house.
Apparently, Regal's going back to... It's possible Regal's going back
He's
to WWE.
He's fucking going back to WWE.
And if he is, what a great way to write him off AEW. To turn your back on Mox and to lose your stable, right? Just to saddle yourself with MJF. And just for him to, get his comeuppance, well, you get your comeuppance with him, punching you in the back of the head. It's just a great way of writing him off. It makes so much sense. And he sold that shit like he died.
I mean, he could have potentially died. Not actually, but from a medical standpoint, he could have potentially lost his life right there. Right. But he doesn't give a fuck because that's the business. And he understands that things need to be done in this business to make sure that you go out of your way to do the right thing, especially if you're on your way out. Mm-hmm. You go above and beyond to make sure that you do the right thing on your way out. You put over who you need to put over, and you go on your way. Now, the only thing that I will say about this situation, while being genius and a wonderfully well-crafted storyline, I'll get more into the MJF promo in a second, but I really hope that, I'm sure that Regal went to Tony Khan and was like, hey, listen, no. I understand that I signed a contract here. It might only been a handshake deal because I don't think that Regal really, Well,
they're saying that he only signed a 1-year deal,
which would put him to February. So, you write him off now. So, what's the big deal, dude? Right. What, you give the guy a month to fucking go back to WWE.
Well, the good thing is, too, the good thing for AEW is if they write him off now, instead of keeping him on TV until he's gone, it gives the fans a chance to kind of forget about him a little bit, whereas if he's with MJF this entire time, he's with your champion, then all of a sudden he's on your competitor's programming the next night, that's a problem.
I don't think that he's going to be shown.
You think Regal's just going to be behind the scenes?
Mm-hmm. I think that's part of the deal, is that he's not going to be, listen, I'm not going to go back and be on TV.
I don't think that you
because
can...
Sean has kind of taken up that role anyway, of like that senior vice president role in NXT, and like he's doing promos on TV and shit.
I don't think he needs to be on NXT.
Nope.
But I do think that there may come a time where they need a different, not general manager, but some sort of different administrator on Raw or SmackDown, and he could fill that role. He could even come in and manage. You know, there's a lot of ways that they could go about this.
See, but the thing is like that the reason why he was separated from the ring, and that's why a lot of people like didn't like really get that about his managing the Blackpool Combat Club, but he was never at the ring. Well, he couldn't be at the ring because he's not supposed to be fucking bumping for anybody.
Yeah.
So like, what's the point then about having him? You know what I mean? I would rather have him in an Adam Pearce type role on SmackDown.
But you have Paul Heyman who doesn't bump. He's always at ringside, and he could come down at ringside.
He did take an F5 for fucking.
He did. That's the one bump he's taken in like 15 years. You know.
Well, he aligned himself with the biggest and baddest motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like what are you gonna do?
But
Regal, that's smart.
Regal could come down as a manager and then go on broadcast. Mm-hmm. You know,
he would do excellent on broadcast.
So that's what I'm saying. But I mean,
hello, sunshine.
I'm gonna miss that. I will miss that.
Man in the mask. Hello.
But I think it would be great for him to come down and manage, you know, a KO or somebody from NXT that's now on the main roster, and just be their mouthpiece at the broadcast booth during their matches.
Yep.
You know, something along those lines. Doesn't have to be KO, but something along those lines. I don't see him coming back and just being behind the scenes. I don't see.
I mean, I hope he does. I really like his shit. Like, I've always loved Regal. Ever since I saw him the first time I ever saw him, I was like, this fucking guy is different. Same thing with Finlay. The first time I ever saw Finlay on a World of Sport fucking, bootleg tape back in the day.
Yeah.
And he comes down wearing this, like, Mad Max getup with this fucking sweet-ass mullet and this mustache. And I'm like, this fucking guy looks like he's about to clear out this fucking ring.
Yeah, then he got brought to WWE and he was made into a stereotype, and that's just kind of what WWE does.
That's what they do with Irish people.
Oh, you're Irish? Here's a shillelagh. Go out and hit somebody with it.
Thanks, Sheamus.
So
I do like Fight Night, though. I mean, I think that's a good gimmick, but I would immediately fucking get them together, like officially, and I would call them the Land.
Mm-hmm.
Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, fucking Butch, and Ridge Holland.
And Regal as their manager.
Oh my God, bro! Yeah, because he can talk for them.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I like Sheamus's promos.
Oh yeah, but
and Drew is very serviceable on the microphone.
Sheamus, I feel, is hit or miss.
Well, he comes out playing into the stereotype too much sometimes. Like when he comes out and he's like, "Oh, fella,
yeah,
what's up, fella?"
Yeah,
and I'm like, "All right, bro, like, cool, but like, why don't you just come out and like talk how you would normally talk?" Like, I bet people would like really appreciate that. So they could understand what the fuck you're saying.
It's one of the reasons I was concerned with Regal and MJF being put together, because MJF does not need a mouthpiece.
No.
It was like when Heyman and CM Punk were together. It's like, why are they both? Why?
It doesn't make any sense.
And we all know why CM Punk and Heyman were together. It was because he was a Heyman guy. He called himself a Heyman guy. So there you go. You stick with Heyman. But
and he was protecting him.
What do you think about the new AEW championship?
So it's getting a lot of fucking heat, man. Mm-hmm. It's getting a lot of heat. I don't understand the heat because I think it is stylistically it's fitting for him because it plays into the scarf that he's been wearing since he was doing indie shows.
Yep.
And to have a Burberry title, like there is something that's like very something Ric Flair would do.
Yeah.
Get designer shit, the suit.
Yep.
The rip off of Conor McGregor because they were having the fucking beef on social media. Very smart. It doesn't say "fuck you" like McGregor's did.
No,
but it says "I'm better than you" all over the fucking suit, dude.
Right.
I fucking love it. He's so fucking smart.
I don't understand why so many people are so upset about the title. I think it's smart to have. I thought when you told me, because I didn't see it live, when you told me that he was debuting a new title, I was like, AEW's what, 3 years old, 4 years old at this point, you know, to switch up the title at this point. But when you see it, and you see it's the same thing just with the Burberry, it's like, okay,
he didn't change the title.
I get what they're doing here. It's just a gimmick title, which is fine. It plays right into his "I'm better than you" and "I'm a cocky asshole" gimmick. Like, it's...
What's the difference from the Brahma Bull title or the Broken Skull title?
Yeah, or
the fucking spinner belt.
Or Daniel Bryan's like eco-friendly belt.
Yeah, the eco-friendly title. Or the Fiend belt.
The Fiend belt. Well, the Fiend belt was horrible. But yeah.
No, see, I really like the Fiend belt. That's a creepy fucking belt, man. Having a motherfucker's face on the fucking belt like that. It's so fucking
weird.
Creepy.
But then he wouldn't always carry it down.
Yeah, let's not even talk about that.
Regardless. But I mean, you know, I thought the title reveal was really cool. I think people will buy into it more as it goes along. The promo was solid. The fact that he was like, "I'm not going to defend it every night. You're going to pay to see me." Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I was doing when he was saying this shit?
What's that?
Exactly what you were doing. Going, yeah! Fucking right you're not, goddammit! Goddamn you're right! Yes! And then I love how he fucking goes... Alright, let's talk about MJF's promo.
Yeah.
We're just gonna jump right into it here, okay? Let me just tell you something. That young man, alright? Because I'm old, so I can call him a young man. That young man is not... He is beyond special. He is beyond a generational talent. He may be, right now, right at this juncture, at 26 years old, he may be top 3 on the microphone.
Wow.
Now listen.
Wow.
You know that comes with a lot of fucking... For me to say something like that...
Yeah.
You have to be doing something special. Listen to me. That young man at 26 years old got up in front of that crowd last night.
2 nights ago.
2 nights, whatever. 2 nights ago, 3 nights ago, it doesn't matter.
When this airs 3 nights ago. Yeah.
Or earlier this week, on Dynamite, he gets up in front of the crowd, Regal's in the ring. And I'm going, I smell something bad. I smelled it. You know what I mean? Like, I knew something. I thought Regal was gonna turn on him. Mm-hmm. I thought Regal, because I saw Regal reaching in his coat pocket, and I knew he wasn't looking for a timepiece.
Right.
So I was like, oh, he's gonna pull the nuts out and smoke this kid in the face because he was talking shit about Danielson. But anyway, I like how MJF has the ability to fire the crowd up, and then so fast get them to turn the other cheek and get so fucking infuriated about what he's saying. And it's not because he's wrong. It's because he's right. And they have never had a wrestler tell the truth like he does. Everything that he says is a half shoot. So as a fan, you don't fucking know what is he being serious, or even as a wrestling journalist or fucking anything that you consider yourself, because you know goddamn well that he's not giving anybody any information about what he's gonna say when he gets out there, because he doesn't fucking know. He can think and chew gum at the same time, that kid. And what he did, lining up his next 3 months worth of programs. Yep. Eddie Kingston, fuck Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks, I don't like him either. And then the worst of them all, Bryan Danielson. Yeah. So now I'm going, I see, dude. I see how smart you are, and I see how genius you are by just throwing subtle hints. Like, he didn't say that he's going to do anything with these people. But now it's in these people's... Now it's in the fans' minds. Mm-hmm. Shit, that would be amazing. MJF Eddie Kingston? MJF Ricky Starks? MJF Bryan Danielson? Holy shit, CM Punk who?
And you know that Bryan Danielson's going to be his first because of him taking out Regal.
Because he took out Regal, and it's smart. I hope that they wait on that, though, till Revolution, because...
I honestly, I feel like it's going to be on the next show, just because that's what...
Well, that's the way that Tony books it, man. Right. He wants to fucking book it.
But it should be, But although it won't be, because MJF said, I'm not defending it on everyday TV.
You have to pay to see me defend my title, dude. You have to understand that I am a special attraction. I'm like, this fucking dude is so good. He's so good.
And then he built up the conversations he had with Regal. He built up the relationship that they created after that very tense promo they had with one another. He smokes them, and then he has the call back to the emails. Yep. And it's like, man, that's just smart.
Except it's just MJF to William Regal this time.
Yeah, that's just smart.
And I love the fact that he goes out on AEW television and talks about WWE.
Yep.
My favorite con, jolly old Saint Nick.
Yep. Yeah.
And his buddy, the Game, Trips.
Yeah. And he doesn't actually say their names.
So they can never sue him for fucking anything. He doesn't say it outright.
Right.
It's inferred, everybody knows, and he is so intelligent in cutting a promo and crowd work about how to manipulate a crowd like that, because it really is. Like, it is the highest form of manipulation to get 15,000 people to just go, boo, yeah, boo, yeah, every other word that you say.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what to do.
So let me ask you, does he keep the title? Does he keep the title on him until 2014?
2024, you mean?
2024? Wow.
2014. I mean, Jesus.
We're going all the way back.
When Michael J. Fox still was... You know what? Never mind. I make enough Michael J. Fox jokes, dude. I feel actually really bad for the guy.
We're on shaky ground with it at this point.
Shit! Oh, shit. World Series, San Francisco. Anyway, it's totally fine. What happened? I fucking fell asleep.
But
anyway, I don't think that he keeps the title until 2024.
He's got to have a long reign with it, though.
He's gonna have a run with it, but Wardlow is gonna be the guy that takes it from him.
So?
Yeah. Listen, dude. At the end of the...
I guess that would make sense.
Listen, at the end of the day, if you're going to tell the story, which is what they're trying to do, there is no better story to tell than him and Wardlow meeting back up. Wardlow destroys MJF again, shows that he's the real dude. MJF, peace out, fucking goes and gets his money with WWE in 2024. It's fucking smart, bro. Like... Listen, I hope that he stays with AEW because he's going to have more levity in AEW. He's not going to be able to do this shit in WWE.
No. Not, well, I feel like he's smart enough to make it work in WWE and be a huge star.
I don't know if he would allow them to censor him.
Well, that's the thing. I think it'd be part of his contract where...
He has creative control
I will watch my language, but I am going to...
he's not gonna go on TV and be like, "Fuck Triple H, you fucking mark," screaming into the fucking TV.
Right.
Like, only Tony Khan is gonna let you do that. Right. Like, you're not doing that.
And even that, you only did it once.
I wish you would do it more, dude. What is the deal with WWE doing press conferences now after fucking Survivor Series? I'm like, well, what the fuck?
That's why, because AEW. That's why. Makes sense. Smart. And everybody watched it thinking there was gonna be something that happened, and nothing really happened.
Yeah, because of course nothing's gonna happen.
Right, because it's WWE, because it's not a fucking shit show.
Well, because they're like a publicly traded company.
Yeah.
They like have multi-million-dollar sponsors. Like, It is not a game. They're not doing fucking. They're
but
not
it is
doing,
the game.
They're not doing fucking. They're not doing fucking Domino's ads while there's a dude in the ring fucking running a pizza fucking cutter across a dude's fucking forehead.
Right.
What a fucking advertising for Domino's.
If I was Domino's, I would have loved that. That was great.
Dude, I would have fucking been all over that. I would have been advertising that shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Dude, Nick Gage signed my pizza box. Yeah. Fucking, I would have had him doing personal appearances.
Right.
The whole fucking deal. Please don't rob me.
I think it's funny that Roman didn't show up to the press conferences because he was pissed off about the slap that Kevin Owens gave him. Now, I don't know what that's going to do for their program because apparently they're lining up Kevin Owens, Roman for Royal Rumble.
It's a work. It's a workity work. They're just trying to. I don't
think it would have worked by saying that he was pissed off about a slap in the ear. It makes Roman look soft.
It makes him look soft anyway if he was pissed off about a slap in the ear. This is professional wrestling, and you're in a motherfucking double cage.
I'm just saying. I don't think that's why it's. I think that's why it's not a work because why would you?
I still think Roman's a pussy then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it's very real, and I think he's a pussy. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you,
bro. Like, I've seen him Superman punch people, like
legit, just smoke them,
fucking blast people in the face. Is he like a Thunder Rosa? Like he wants to give it out but doesn't want to take it?
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking.
But apparently it ruptured his eardrum, so you know.
Well, you know what? Chris Jericho went out on TV against Tomohiro Ishii and got his fucking chest ripped open like he got assaulted by a tiger. That guy is fucking 50-something years old. He got chopped so bad that it busted his chest open. And then Bryan Danielson, in the match on fucking Wednesday with Dax Harwood, his chest is busted open. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You guys are blasting each other so hard that you're breaking skin?
I do know that's why you didn't like Chops for a while there, though. You're going back a few years now, you didn't like Chops because why are you intentionally hurting your opponent?
Well, not only that, but like, dude, like, I get it, okay? But there's a million things to change the pace.
Yeah.
You don't need to throw a chop.
And everyone was throwing chops when you were like, all right, this needs to not happen. I feel like chops happen a lot less now.
Not in AEW because it's indie wrestling.
Well, right, but I mean, you go back to WWE with like, you know, Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho were chopping everybody left and right, and then Eddie got into it, and then before you know it, everybody was chopping everybody every single match.
Oh my god, it was fucking horrendous.
And now I feel like it's cut down significantly. They don't chop nearly as much as they used to.
Because they don't have time because they're thinking about the next high spot that they're gonna do.
That's true.
They don't have time to chop nobody.
Right.
Dude, you take a bump, you better be back on your feet.
Ready to go.
Because the next spot is already coming. You don't have time to sell worth of shit.
It is why I did like the War Games matches, though, because it allowed things to kind of slow down a little bit.
There was definitely some opportunity for some things to breathe, but the camera angles that they were getting, dude, you can't have guys talking on camera.
I don't understand that. While it was going on, while the main event was going on.
How's your hand? I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Why would you have a camera with a mic working in the ring? Like, all you have to do is just make sure that the mic is muted.
Yeah.
That's it.
Which is not a hard thing to do. I mean,
you
they
just
do it all
pump
the time.
everything in from the crowd mics.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
Or pumping crowd sound like you do most of the time.
Right. But you do, like, it was clear as day. You know, there's times I'll watch like Botchamania and they have like, you know, you could tell that they've edited those videos to like enhance.
Oh, the volume of it, yeah.
But no, this was just plain as day. They're just calling it out.
Oh, they're calling spots to each other.
Like, what are we talking about? That's just bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Bad
it's amateur
production.
hour, dude. It's amateur hour.
I expect it from AEW. I you know?
Yeah, I don't understand some of the. I don't know. I just don't understand. Like, all I want to do is watch good wrestling, and it's like really, really difficult when I'm watching wrestling and I'm going, what?
Yeah. What'd you think of the main event of the Bloodline versus the cavalcade of.
Well, listen, I thought that I think that War Games was fucking saved by the last 2 matches on the fucking show. If I'm being 100% honest,
It was a very slow show to begin with.
The women's War Games match was horrifically agented.
Yeah.
Whoever agented that match, you should no longer have a job. Also, the women's title match, Brian Kendrick was the agent. Ronda Rousey wants this guy brought back in, and let him be the agent of the match. Your match was the worst on the fucking show.
Ronda Rousey needs to go away. I don't.
Dude, she has go away heat. That's what she has. She has go away heat. She doesn't get heat for the right reasons because she's you can tell that she doesn't. She thinks that this is a joke.
Well, and she flat out says it. She flat out says it publicly in interviews.
Yeah, dude, I don't fucking play that shit, dude. And listen, I have a lot of respect for Ronda Rousey because I think that she opened up the doors to women's MMA, especially in the UFC.
Well, look at how she came into WWE. She was on top of the world. People loved her.
Yeah.
Then the fans turned on her and accepted Charlotte, and she got butthurt about it and started bitching that, why fans cheer me and why would they boo me after I'm getting hit with a kendo stick? That's fucked up. Because it's wrestling. Yeah. Because it's wrestling, that's why.
And if they're booing you, that means you're doing something right.
Right.
Because they're paying attention to you. When they're not doing anything is when you should be worried.
This allows you to be a heel and do dastardly shit, but I don't think... And I don't think that Ronda Rousey's a good person. I don't know her personally, but I don't think that she's the best person in the world. But she cannot be a heel. She just can't pull it off. And to me, being a heel is the easiest thing in the world because you don't have to make people like you.
Well, you don't have to do anything.
Right.
All she would have to do is just go to the ring and wrestle.
Right.
If she did what Marina Shafir is doing in AEW and just went to the ring and just fucking beat people up and stretched people and then walked out of the fucking ring the same way that she fucking came in, no pomp and circumstance, none of the bullshit, fucking slapping hands, none of that. Just straight on what she needs to do and she gets out of the ring, like what Brock Lesnar does.
Yep.
Hey, I'm just coming here to beat the fuck out of you and then I'm gonna split.
I mean, just wear the fighter garb, wear the hood down to the ring. That way you don't look at people or anything like that.
Why are you wearing an oversized jacket that Roddy Piper gave you?
You're not a face anymore, so throw that aside.
And not only that, but you're not related to Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper didn't train you. Gene LaBelle
didn't. The whole inspiration from him and all that.
Okay, cool, but she is not nearly. It's disrespectful for her, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that's like me going. You know what? I'm fucking. You know what? I'm gonna wear Ric Flair's boots to the fucking ring.
I hear you.
I love Ric Flair so much, and I'm gonna. No, dude.
I get why she's doing it. Even the family wanted her to have it and everything, so I do get that. But again, when you're a heel, it makes no sense. Put it in the closet. Right. When you're a heel, it makes no sense. If you're a face again, sure, pull it out. But yeah, go to the ring right now, wrestle, be dominant. You get that arm bar locked in, they tap, hold it. Hold it and hold it for a while.
Make the referee take it to have you release the hold.
Referee tries to raise your hand, you pull your hand away, all that, grab your title, walk out of the ring. It's really simple to just be a jackass, and the fans will hate you. Don't give them
and she is really easy to hate.
And do not give them any acknowledgement.
No.
That's what will piss them off the most. Don't give them any acknowledgement.
And that go away heat will turn into please stay heat.
Right.
Because now you're providing a service to these people. They're not getting anything from her right now. Mm-hmm. And that's why people aren't behind her.
But she has come out and said that it's, fake and all this. And it's like, well, why would you make her your champion? She can't be bringing you in money anymore. She's not producing good matches. She's not... her promos are horrible. I don't know why anybody ever puts a microphone in her hands. And
it's fucked up because Shayna Baszler is really good, and she's making Shayna Baszler not good.
Right.
guilty by association.
So that was the drizzling shits. The
Yeah.
the women's War Games match was just
That was piss
all
poor.
over the fucking place and full of botches.
Yeah, for me personally, dude, it was Lashley, Seth, and Austin Theory, and then the main event.
That one pissed me off. I told you my.
Yeah, I get why you're upset about it because they took the Money in the Bank off of them, and it like doesn't seem like there was a reasoning behind it.
No. It's not even that. To me, it's like, oh hey.
You think they fucked up, and they saw that they fucked up, so they wanted to right the wrong.
Right, and it's like. I just don't like.
But I gotta say, what a fucking hella creative way to do it.
He looks like a fucking idiot. Why would you cash in your Money in the Bank on an open challenge when you could have just wrestled for the open challenge in that open challenge and held onto your briefcase? And then, I'm mad because I was an idiot and I lost my briefcase and I didn't cash in. Well, I didn't. I lost the cash in, and now that's gonna motivate me to beat you in a triple threat match. And then if you're going to beat him in a triple threat match, don't pin the champion. Because you couldn't pin the champion when he was already destroyed. You know, I mean...
See, I love the finish so much.
I just... If you flip the people...
Yeah, I get it. And I get why you're saying that. I just think that there is more to this. I think that this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Well, I think Seth's out of it now.
Yeah, which he needs to be. He needs to be out of that. Listen, that's a mid-card title. You need mid-card players to wrestle for the mid-card title.
Yeah.
Seth is not a mid-card guy.
No.
Seth is a top guy.
And I get that, and that would make sense.
And listen, if Bobby Lashley continues to kill people, he'll be a top guy.
Right, and I get why now you wouldn't want Lashley to be pinned, because then why would he have a chance at the title after that? But I don't know.
And he just beat Brock Lesnar. Like,
when you get destroyed in the way that he did, I feel like you need to be built back up again before you can just slap a title on somebody. And I feel like this was just trying to rectify a wrong, and it just didn't feel right. And whenever you force a championship like that, it's just it already turns me off to you as a champion.
Yeah, see, I kind of thought the same thing until until I really thought about like the mechanics of the finish, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm like like fucking Eugene or like something like that, but like I feel like it still didn't do him a service by winning that match, because the way that he won was not due to himself.
It was due to Seth.
No, it was due to Bobby hitting the spear and fucking him and Austin Theory just being in position to land on him. So it was like fluke.
Yeah. No, I was thinking the stomp. The stomp.
No. Yeah, the spear into the foot, because he had him up to go for the fucking arrow.
Right.
And he fucking got hit with the spear, and Austin Theory just kind of like
falls
fell on top of him.
That's right. Yeah, that is a bad finish for.
No,
it's not a bad finish. It looks bad for Theory to win it that way.
Right. So, are they really doing him a service, or are they allowing the lesser guy to take the mid-card title, which he should have had in the first place, and now which is able to elevate these two to go up to the main event level?
If I'm booking that, like if I had to rebook that whole situation, he comes out in that open challenge. He challenges during the open challenge. Gets destroyed by Bobby. Seth retains. His briefcase is still intact. It's Lashley and Rollins at Survivor Series. Halfway through the match, you have Theory come out, cash in, and then you can have that same finish, and it doesn't make Theory look bad because he wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. And he walks away with the title.
And I believe me, that is a way better fucking idea than what I had for it, because I wouldn't even have fucking done that. I wouldn't have done that at all. It would have been a no match, and this fucking kid wouldn't have been wrestling. He still would have had the Money in the Bank fucking briefcase.
Right.
I wouldn't have had him cashing in at all.
Right.
I would have had him maybe sneak out there for like an opportunity like he's going to. Boom, you do the Bobby deal where Bobby beats him up. It's a no contest. They're both laid out in the fucking ring and Bobby's just fucking standing there, but he's already been disqualified.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, what the fuck?
Right.
And then that's when I would fucking, if it was me, I would put Brock Lesnar in that spot to go running down to the fucking ring in his, fucking cowboy shit-kicking uniform and go fuck up Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
He just lost at fucking Crown Jewel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you have another main event story, while you can tell the fucking story of Seth and fucking Theory and do it the right way.
Right.
And then maybe even still, Brock's not going to be there every show, so then you can do fucking a one-on-one, and then Bobby goes and does fucking main event shit because. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest, dude. What's the main event picture looking like?
I don't understand how he's not challenging for one of
those of Roman's titles.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on,
right.
dude? You just beat Brock Lesnar,
right.
Like handily. You beat the bag out of Brock Lesnar.
But it looks like they're not going to take the titles off of Roman for a while,
which is bizarro world to me because. Unless they're not doing him and Rock at WrestleMania.
It looks like they might push it to next year. But that makes less sense. It's not in LA.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Are they going to do back-to-back fucking LA pay-per-views? Like they did them in Florida, but like...
I don't know.
Oh my god, dude. It's just too much, man. It's just fucking too much. There's too many working parts. And then you got and then you got all this other fucking shit going on with FTR's fucking contract coming up and them fucking, deciding what they want to do.
Well, before we get back to FTR, what did you think of the main for
War Games?
War Games. The ending there with Sammy and KO and Jey Uso. The embrace between Jey Uso and Sammy.
I mean, I think it's the right payoff. I think that the payoff is there. I'm glad that they are pushing off the turn.
Mm-hmm.
I think that prolonging the turn to let this Kevin Owens story fester a bit, and I like the fact that Owens came out the next day on TV and was like, hey man, I'm not upset.
Right.
I've turned on you so many times.
Yep.
This is just the business that we're in, but I'm done with you now.
I'm done with you forever. Done with you. Don't want anything to do with you.
But you also
loved it. I loved it. I popped huge for it.
Well, I mean, it's something. I mean, Jay, he has played this perfectly.
Again, it all comes down to Roman has it in all categories for me right now. The facial expression, the stoicness when he embraces Sammy after all that, and then to see Jay get excited and hug him and pick him up, and Sammy's thrilled to be embraced the family. He's going to get his Samoan sleeve now, and
Bro, it was so funny that I texted you that, and I was like, I literally just said the same thing. He's gonna get the fucking Samoan half sleeve.
I want him to get a temporary one and wear it every single show,
like it's a real tat, but it's actually not a real tat.
Temporary one. Oh man, it'd be fantastic. But I thought.
He's the best thing going on TV right now. I mean, even more than Bray Wyatt for me right now. Because you don't know, like, he's in this thing with LA Knight, but, like, he's not.
Yeah, it's
doing this thing with LA Knight.
I don't want to be in internet wrestling community an IWC guy right now, but they are really slow playing this thing with Bray to the point of
people are losing interest.
Yeah, especially with the bloodline gaining traction with Sammy like they are.
Oh no, dude, they're the best thing. They're the hottest thing on TV right now.
So I don't understand the LA Knight thing to have a feud based on attacking him once and then LA Knight slaps Bray twice and now Uncle Howdy's mad and I don't get it. It's not a match yet.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
It's
okay, bro. You got a tear falling from your weird eye. Like
right.
what's next?
Like let's do something. And I don't need a match. I just need something to be done of substance.
Well, they put like the number up, right? So that and then like it's a message of him, Uncle Howdy. Like okay, Great. So like, but that again, that's like not giving any information. Like people. You're back now. Right. Like, so there's no cryptic clues. Like, you're back.
What are you doing?
What exactly is it that you're going to be doing? Or, like, some sort of directional hint.
Yeah, not this, like, oh...
okay, so Alexa Bliss is really the only thing that he's been, like, involved in.
Right. But for him to keep coming out every week and be like, oh, well, wasn't sure if it was coming back, and now I'm...
I don't feel like myself.
I feel like myself, and,
I'm an angry man.
And now... Uncle Howdy's on the screen. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. Look at Uncle Howdy. And just, why are you there? You don't have to come out and say, I am here because, but at least give some sort of cryptic message as to why you're there. Are you there working on yourself? You didn't know if you want to come back, but you came back to work on yourself?
Why is Uncle Howdy there?
Why is it? Like,
what is Uncle Howdy? Who is he? You seem to know him because you're not angry when he pops up on the screen, but, like, you're not surprised also when you see him. So, like, I don't understand. I'm just very confused.
Yeah, and not a fun confused. That's the problem.
No, like, if it was, like, engaging...
Yeah, but...
like, the White Rabbit shit was, like, that was engaging. It was like, oh, hot damn, bro.
He's lost a lot of it. I don't want to give up on it yet, but, I mean, he's getting...
No, I'm not giving up on it. I just think that there needs to be some more sort of guidance.
It also, he needs to be on both Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, he can't do this just SmackDown thing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's completely ridiculous. Because Alexa Bliss is on Raw, and the Thing shows up on Raw. The little Death's Head moth. Yeah, the Death's Head moth.
Yeah.
So, like, whatever, dude. Like, just fucking go on, just be on Raw.
Yeah.
And, like, listen, I like LA Knight. So I have a real fucking problem with them feuding because it's two guys who can talk really well. That is not what we need.
Right.
I don't need another guy to talk with Bray Wyatt. I need a guy to be like, oh, fuck you. You weirdo.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna smash your face in.
Or what the fuck are you? Why are you coming after me? Like,
stop looking at me sideways, you fucking weirdo.
Somebody that has to have fear of Bray Wyatt, or they have to be aggressive towards Bray Wyatt and get their comeuppance. You can't have it. You can't have LA Knight kind of outshining you in a promo.
No, killed him.
You know,
and then slapped him twice.
Slapped him twice. You can't.
Made him look like a chump. Is what he did.
You can't have that.
And listen, I like the fact that Bray is trying to work with the guy. Hey, I really like you. You're really good. Like, obviously, it's handpicked. He handpicked him to do this shit.
My thing is, first off, Bray shouldn't be handpicking. I get why he would, but to me, the people that he's going after
should tell the story.
Well, either need to tell a story, or they need to be people that need a boost.
He doesn't need a boost.
Working with Bray, LA Knight can do stuff without that boost. Like they haven't given him a shot really yet, but I feel like this is gonna.
It's going to hinder him more than it's going to help him.
LA Knight is not going to come out looking better from a feud with Bray.
Nope.
Or he will come out better, and then Bray's momentum is squashed. So there is no
And that's the problem that you're going to run into because he is so talented.
Right. So there is no win here. It's a lose-lose for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I'll be honest, I really like the LA Knight character. I like Eli Drake. I'm not big on the name LA Knight. I think that the name's fucking stupid. But I get it. But there's a million other things that you could have called him that were way fucking better than that. But his whole gimmick and his ability on the microphone and his like old school like look and like
And sound,
yeah, like he very bassy in the voice and like really comes across like he's talking that type of talk that like and
you could place him with going up against Macho Man and those talents.
It's like early Attitude Era stuff, dude. Attitude Era stuff. I love that.
Yeah.
But he has so much ability that what the fuck are you gonna Bray should be squashing whoever he's gonna wrestle.
Right.
So like it should be like an up and coming guy, a Mustafa Ali, a guy who needs a boost.
Right.
Mustafa Ali, well, he seems like he's ready to fight anybody. He's like Mighty Mouse. He wants to fight Bobby Lashley.
And we've talked about this before. Going up against a Mustafa Ali, you can squash a Mustafa Ali, and that will completely change a Mustafa Ali's mindset. And now he gets more vicious, more dangerous. Stops doing...
He cheats.
Right.
He learns to be a heel.
Right. Like
a real heel.
There's ways that you can use a feud with Bray to propel a talent to something that they weren't before. But if you have no, like LA Knight, people who are in the know what he's capable of. You just brought him back as LA Knight, and his first feud's going to be with Bray. If he wins, good, that hurts Bray. If he loses, that hurts him. So...
No, dude, that kills Bray.
Well, right, yeah, so...
That kills Bray.
Right.
Good,
but it's going to kill LA Knight, too, if he loses to Bray. So, I mean...
Unless they have a really fucking creative way of doing it, which, I mean...
I'm hoping that, it is Bray against LA Knight, and then, like, Uncle Howdy plays a distraction or something like that, costs Bray, and...
Howdy!
He's battling his inner demons, not so much LA Knight, and he moves on from LA Knight.
There just needs to be some progression in the story for me.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to for me. I'm not like cashing in on the fucking thing. I think that there is still a lot of stuff to be played and scenarios to be played out, but there needs to be some sort of progression in the story because this guy just appearing on the fucking screen and making no sense. And then, like, a number flashes, and people call the number all excited, and it's, like, some pre-recorded fucking weirdo message.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, but, yeah, like, this is fun, but, like, you're back now, so, like, give us... Right. You need to improve the tidbits here. Right. Like, you need to give us, like, the morsels need to get a little more thick-skinned. You know what I mean? It can't be these thin-veiled fucking morsels that you're throwing out there that nobody fucking understands.
Right.
Like, I get it. If people were like, hey, this is what it all fucking coincides to. No one understands because people can barely hear what this fucking guy is saying on the screen.
It's the other thing. Like, but just pump up the volume a little bit. What the fuck? I don't rarely swear on this podcast, but seriously, what the fuck? Like, turn the volume up.
You don't swear?
Not on this one. On the other one I do, but not on this one. Not too often.
Yeah.
Just because, I don't know, I feel like... I
swear too much.
No, it's not even that. I feel like...
you don't need to swear. You're like the Will Smith of podcasting.
No. With wrestling, I feel like I get too into the stories to like get too angry about it.
Yeah.
But now I'm angry about this because if you want us to care, let us hear what's being said so we can care.
Dude, I don't need to hear his entrance music when he does backstage promos.
No, I don't get that.
I don't need to hear this music.
It's the equivalent of the red lighting during his matches.
Yeah. Which was a terrible idea.
Yeah, and it completely distracted from the match.
Terrible, awful idea. Fine with that one cage match. I thought that it was kind of okay because it's a cage and like, you know, it kind of gives it a different feel.
But even with that, the Hell in a Cell match you're talking about.
Yeah, but you
the Hell in a Cell was
beat him with a fucking hammer.
But the cell was red.
I know.
The cell was red, then it was red lighting. You couldn't see a damn thing.
And that was empty arena, right? Because it was COVID.
No, there was people.
No, there was people live for that. Yeah. I forget, dude. I forget when like things were not normal and like.
Yeah, I think Bray was close to gone with when.
All I remember is there was a big fucking stupid clown hammer that they used and like essentially squashed his head.
Terrible.
With a fucking toolbox.
It was a DQ in a Hell in a Cell match.
It's so fucking absurd. Like the whole thing. And, like, how can you, like, I get that people need to make money. Like, you know what I mean? And, like, I get that, like, hey, you're paid to do a job.
Yeah.
And, like, this is what is written for you. But, like, at some point...
You just gotta say, I'm not doing that.
There has to be a point where you just have to be like, yo, dude, hold on, time out.
Oh, you want me to... take this clown hammer out and bash Bray's head. No, here's what's going to happen. He's going to mandible claw me, and I'm going to get choked out.
Right. Like, why does it have to be... Why do we need a clown hammer? Like, what is the purpose of that? Like, why are you making the Viking Raiders like the Bushwhackers? Like, why did you do that? And now they come back and they look like fucking murderers.
But you're never going to forget what they turn them into.
And why name Sarah Logan Valhalla?
Because Valhalla is attached to Vikings. So
yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah.
That's not a name though.
I think they should have named her Mjolnir.
At least it would have been more fitting.
Then nobody can lift her.
Well, what's that other bitch's name? Lagatha, something.
Yeah.
Who's that other whore that he was married to?
Oh God.
The Duchess of Dick or something.
It began with an A, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember.
She was fucking terrible.
Yeah, she was. Didn't he kill her? Or
no,
Lagatha killed her? Yeah.
While she was walking away, he shot her in the back of the head while she was walking away.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Was that after he died?
Yeah, it was after he died.
Yeah.
She wanted her kingdom back because
right.
he was dead and everything.
What happened to Rollo? What was he dead already?
No, Rollo went to France.
Yeah, and he like became a Christian or something.
Yeah,
half
a
Christian.
Became a duke and all that.
Yeah, he got baptized or something. Right?
Yeah.
That was crazy. Anyway, I don't know how the fuck we just got on that, but because of Viking Raiders.
Right.
But what a terrible name for a tag team. Should have just fucking left them alone. Should have just left them alone. Let them be fucking War Machine. I can't remember.
War Machine. What's wrong with War Machine? It's too violent for you because the name War is in it?
The Viking Raiders? What did the Vikings do? I mean, let's not. I mean, I don't want to call it a question. You know what? Never mind.
Yeah.
It's not. This is not the podcast for that. But anyway,
they made allies with all their friends around them.
It's just fucking so ridiculous.
They shared stuff and. Very peaceful group, Viking Raiders.
So according to some reports, it's going to be Kevin Owens and Roman at the next pay-per-view Royal Rumble.
Right.
And then according to reports, they're going to do Sammy and Kevin against the Usos at WrestleMania for the tag title.
That should be cool. So there's got to be a turn soon.
Yeah. I don't know who the turn's coming from though. Because I could see the Usos turning on Roman and Sammy. And Kevin Owens being like, hey, man, like, you guys are fucking...
I could almost see it being related to the match at Royal Rumble. Because I can see the Usos getting involved and... Sammy not too thrilled about it.
like, hey, just let them fight.
Just let them fight or whatever.
Figure it out themselves. Yeah. Like, they need to do this.
And then when they don't listen, maybe he, gets involved a little bit physically and that,
See, man, I really hope that they slow play it, because the slower that they play it, the more anticipation people are going to have.
I want the bloodline to continue through Mania with Sammy.
100%, dude. I am right there with you.
I don't want
It's the best thing going. Yeah. Why would you want to stop it?
Right.
Dude, to do the turn before WrestleMania, it would be completely preposterous to me.
Did you see when they're standing together, everybody's raising their hands.
Mm-hmm.
The one, except for Solo Sikoa, who has his arms crossed and just looks stately like Roman does.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be a problem. I think they're
him and Solo are plotting a fucking turn on everybody.
No, I think Solo's might challenge the tribal chief for his championship.
Oh god, that would be a terrible idea.
Oh, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but I think.
Oh, you think that eventually that's going to be the fucking play?
That's going to be one of the plays.
That's terrible. I hate that.
Well, Solo Sikoa, tries to take down the tribal chief, and maybe, when he's getting beaten down by Roman, maybe, The Rock has to come in for the save to, help out Solo against the tribal chief. Because a tribal chief wouldn't do that. A real tribal chief.
Yeah, I mean, I would say probably Rikishi is going to get involved, and that's going to draw The Rock.
That could be cool. He did it for The Rock, after all.
You knew exactly, dude. We could be a comedy act. We're like fucking Laurel and Hardy, or like the Three Stooges minus Shep.
Well, I like Shep. He's good for a laugh here or there.
Nah, dude. Mo, Larry, and Curly.
Oh, I get
fucking Three Stooges.
I said a laugh.
The fuck are you
I said
about?
A laugh here or there. I'm not saying he was great.
Fucking Shep is not. He's no good, bro. No, he's no. What are you talking? What?
I just remember there was
That's
one
like saying Paul Roma was a good member of the fucking Four Horsemen.
I remember
what the fuck are you talking about?
One skit, they were on a ship, they were on a submarine, and the captain was like chasing them around, and he was just like, man, and like go around and pop out, and I was like, I died laughing. I mean, I think I was like 8 at the time, but that type of thing got me,
I fucking think that you need to seek professional help.
That stuck with me. It's one of the few things of the Three Stooges that stuck with me.
Oh, see the
Well, yeah, but that wasn't like that was all the time. That wasn't like a specific moment in the show.
Yeah, none of like the specific like moments in the show stuck with me from the Three Stooges. I watched a lot of episodes of the Three Stooges as a kid because I didn't get cable like right away.
I had older people around me that watched that shit all the time, so I was like,
yeah. See, I grew up watching like the Honeymooners and like shit
that. The Honeymooners.
Oh my god, dude, could you imagine that being fucking in today's television? Dude, I'm surprised they haven't canceled that show. He threatened to beat his wife every single show.
Somebody in the WWE or AEW needs to create a Ralph Kramden character just to bring back like the 50s and all that, and he's threatening to punch his wife and all that stuff. Like that would be great. They'd get canceled immediately.
Immediately, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
I say do it though. Have some stones. Come on, TK.
TK, you put on. Listen, TK, TK, just quickly. I just want to say quickly, 60 G's, baby, each. But more important than that, Tony Khan, I can help you with all of your businesses, your sports businesses. I can help you with the Jaguars. I can help you with Fulham. I can help you with the Fulham Football Club.
Jaguars need help.
Jaguars definitely need my help. Okay, listen, I have business proposals for you. Like, I have stuff that'll fucking knock your socks off. But that's not important. What's important is you putting on a good product. Okay,
AEW needs help.
You have the uncanny ability to draw me in with your matchups that you're able to create, because it's what every wrestling fan wants to see. And then the match goes on, and I go, God damn, this is a fucking excellent match. And then you get to the finish, and then you fuck the finish up. And then I go, what? Why the fuck would you do that? That don't make no motherfucking sense.
Why would you put the trios titles back on the Elite? Why would you do that?
Dude, I don't know. Listen, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
60 G's, baby.
60 G's, baby, each. Tune in, Pro Wrestling Summit. Ta-ta for now. We'll talk to you again sometime in the future. Back to the future.
We love you.